Welcome to Figma AI. What is this tool and what's it for? Essentially, it's an AI-powered design tool. Well, not strictly AI, but it has AI capabilities built into it. As we can see on screen, it's primarily for designing interfaces. It's completely focused on the design aspect. It covers interface design and user experience. Reviews suggest it's good, but it really shines in design. I agree, especially when it comes to mobile design. It lets us design, build, brainstorm, and present project. Here they explain a bit about how it works, how we can modify through code, use pre-made buttons, design with these pre-established elements, how multiple people can work on one project, and all the configurations it offers. So that's what this tool does in a nutshell. To create an account in Figma, we'll click Get Started for free. We can continue with Google or enter our email, verify it, then input our name and hit continue. Next, they'll ask why we're using this tool and if we want to invite others. We'll skip that, choose the free plan, and then we'll have full access to the signature tool. How do you create your first project in Figma? Basically, it tells us we can create files and import designs by clicking the plus icon, going to drafts and selecting import. We can add people to our team and more. So to create a new project, we either import it from drafts or use the plus icon to import. We can import or create a design file, pick jump board, slide deck, whatever we need. Let's select the design file, for example. From here, we now have access to our project. Here, we'll choose what we want to create today. A website, mobile app, or desktop application. Since you're into mobile apps, I'll choose mobile app. As you can see, we're now inside the editor. It's a really comprehensive editor. From here, we can start modifying our project. All right, let's see how we can start our first project in Figma AI. We can have different project types, but first, let's name it. Okay, an app, for example. Here, they give us a brief introduction before we start. To zoom, press Ctrl and scroll the mouse wheel. They show us how to edit text. For instance, we can change proportions here. See? Now I'm tweaking the image, okay? I can adjust proportions here, make text smaller or narrower. As you can see, we can modify all sorts of settings. It's really focused on design aspects. You know, this default view shows a bit of the whole project. To see how it works, hit play here, okay? Now, theoretically, we're inside the app and should be able to see or use the tool. Right? It seems nothing is clickable, doesn't it? Since nothing appears clickable, let's make it so when you click, I did this by accident, I'll try to delete it. Let's make it so when you tap on the purchase, okay? For example, this button here. Let's keep clicking, select it, see if I can. Hit the plus, okay? Now drag it over here, alright? We've made it so you can select or click anything. But I want to select the shopping cart. Now I've selected it, and now that I've selected the cart, I'll send it to this. So what does the trigger say here? The trigger says when I click here, okay? It could be drag, hold, or others, but clicking is normal, right? Navigate to, and the destination is checkout, which is this here, right? So the animation can be instant or dissolve, okay? For example, this animation here, see? Or smart animate, let's try dissolve, okay? Let's hit play so you can see the change. Now see how it's clickable? If I click, there it is, see? And if I press back, it should return, right? So if I hit back now, it should go to e-commerce, okay? I'll hit play again so you can see that. I click buy, there it is. I go back, okay? This is similar to what I mentioned in the first intro video where the app design is actually done very well, but it's not as good with the user interface. That is, we have to build the UI ourselves, right? As for the tools, what's available? Well, here we have the frame where we can visualize or create different parameters, as you can see. There it is. Like these ones here, right? This would be one parameter, this another. As you can see, it has a size, okay? So with this, we can create it, got it, for any device we want. It also lets us add shapes, it seems. We can build them, add text and comments too, okay? For other users. And there are even more tools here, see? As you can see, I'd like to switch to developer mode, alright? So we could view the code. If we click here, we can see the code. And it seems that I assume the AI will be, because I'm not seeing it, it'll be available in the premium version. Or maybe Figma is just for design and doesn't have AI, although I thought it did, you know? As you can see here in the file section, we can view all items, okay? Very interesting. We can see activities. Notice how it turns blue when I select dashboard. There it does it, right? So, well, modifying things is quite intuitive, isn't it? You select something, and here you have everything to modify, CapCut style, add effects and such. So that's it for this brief introduction. I think this is enough to start experimenting with it. All right, let's assume we've finished our amazing project, okay? And now what we want to do is hand it over, right? That is export or share it. So we're going to hit share. Okay, there we can see options like who can copy it, if we want to copy in developer mode, or if we want to invite someone, right? And if we want to publish it, we click on publish to community, okay? That's how we can do it, got it? It's crucial to note that to export this for another program, we need premium. Very important, and that's it. Alright, Let's talk about Figma's payment plans. Remember, without a plan, exporting an app won't be easy. So what do we see here? The free tier offers Figma's editor, right? It's collaborative with 3 projects. You get unlimited drafts and file inspection. For $15 monthly, you access all Figma files, libraries, advanced prototypes, annotations, and code views. This is crucial for AI use. You can share private projects and have unlimited version history. For €45, you get private plugins too, while having more centralized control of the system and some more technical features aimed at businesses and organizations, as it says here. Okay, I'm reading that they even provide design analytics, right? If analytics means tracking clicks and such, that could be very interesting. Finally, there's Enterprise, which gives us API access and a lot more features, okay? I'd recommend this tool, wouldn't you? Honestly, I'm not sure if these tools are better than something like Temporal. The design is impressive though. It does a great job. But Temporal lets me do this and more, you know? Or rather, it's exactly the same, just simpler to use. Figma has more configuration, especially in design. I haven't tried the premium version yet, okay? But what about the free version, huh? It had AI from the start, right? Yes, with AI you could ask for things. So I recommend trying both Filmaya and Tempo apps for 30 minutes each or 15 minutes each. Then decide, okay? Huh? I have guides for both, so you can check those out, alright? And how do you add plugins and widgets in Figma? The beauty of Figma lies beyond the extensive customization this program or website offers, right? I can't find AI features, so I assume they're not built in or require plugins, okay? As you see, right-clicking shows options for plugins, manage plugins and widgets, manage widgets, got it? This is how we can add plugins, alright? These can track analytics, use AI, translate, or create pixel art, okay? You add these plugins, right? Click run, and each plugin has its own interface, see? Start pre-trial and so on, right? Widgets work similarly, manage widgets and such. It's true that, as I mentioned, many of them, not all are paid, but quite a few offer some features, right? Some might be a bit overpriced. So that's how we can add plugins and widgets.